Hello, beautifuls of the feed. It's me, Benchi. Welcome to today's video. I'm going to be doing like a general reading for you, and I have some other cards. So we're actually just going to do like a general love reading or general soul connection reading today. So let's get into it with these cards first. The first card is the Magician. Wow. Okay, so that's kind of beautiful. We have you can make your imagination real. Like this is really like you can manifest your greatest desires. You have the creative power. You're really good at adaptation right now. You have the self confidence, and you have like great originality. It's really just giving me like ear kind of vibes, and just like the beginning of like manifesting endeavors. So that's what I'm really getting from that first card, which is very interesting. The second card here, we have strife arising from vanity, which is the Six of Cups upside down. It's giving me thanklessness, being very independent, almost being unforgiving of a certain situation. Just going to move on. That card is very much giving me water. I feel like you're going with the flow as much as like you're not doing these things. I feel like you're not forcing yourself to doing things that you don't want to do. The next card is the Ace of Pentacles. The time is right to take action on your ideas. This one is really just giving me like a new venture. There's also manifestation on here. It's really giving me the sense of labor, prosperity, power. So we have that. And we do have like connection, right? Like, I didn't mention that before, but like the Six of Cups really gives me that connection. So there's disconnect currently. There's a little bit of disconnect going on, but I feel like manifestation, you can like create, you have the willpower to create like the connection back. We have the Four of Cups that has come out and it's upside down, and it gives new approaches to old problems and new enthusiasm for life, like being very accepting of a situation. So it looks like there is like this strife, like arriving from vanity. So vanity is like the outside perception from other people. So it's almost like you are worrying too much about what someone thinks about you right now, or you're worried about like what they're going to do if you tell the truth, or like, I just really feel like that's kind of vibe I'm getting. I feel like this person is also being very thankless towards you because I think you bring a lot of light into their life. So I'm just going to finish with that card. Let's move on to the next one, which is the Ten of Cups here. And the Ten of Cups, really interesting. It's the right way up. This one is giving me like a sense of like you've been planning stuff. Like you have a strategy, you have some tactics going on, but like everything is starting to work out like the way it was planned. You're going to feel very much like belonging, happiness, like lasting successes coming, home. Uh, there's also a sense of family here. Contentment. Contentment's a good word. The next card up is the Wheel of Fortune, and it is right way up. So it's very interesting here. There is a lot of chaos amongst this. And I feel like in the universe, there is no such thing as chaos because everything is divinely timed and divinely planned. And I believe that wholly. So this misfortune, chaos, bad luck, broken sequence, returning again to the same situation. I'm getting this a lot in my readings lately. So whoever this is for, I really hope that this resonates with you today. I do really try to come from a place of compassion and empathy. I'm a very empathetic person. I feel things a lot. So I feel this reading. I feel the stress. I feel how this could be so like trapping, like engulfing of your energy and just you. So it just looks like there is some. Yeah, it's just like I always like to say, bad decisions. There's like misfortunate decisions that have been made that brings misfortune. Our next card up is the Six of Pentacles. It seems like you're in debt. Um, it's really giving me unfairness, injustice, and power dynamics. So I really feel like you're in debt to this person. That's what I'm getting from this here. I really feel like this person has like helped you, or you asked for help. Maybe like there is some sort of help going on here, and it's caused separation, and it's caused some sort of like division between you and your connection. It very much has a sense of pride of riches. So I feel like this person must be like more well off than you as such. I don't know. I just that's what I'm getting from this. I'm just reading the energy. It's just very much like they're becoming very selfish within that energy. Like they seem to have been very loyal to you, but in the last week, it just feels so different. I really feel like this is just like I need to find out like more power dynamics. It just it just very much that's where I'm getting the whole thing. Like maybe they have more money or they have more like power in the sense of that kind of stuff. And maybe they've been trying to use that against you lately. You know, like trying to buy you off or buy you gifts heaps or you know what I mean. Like what I'm trying to get at is they're trying to buy you with a sense of their pride of riches. And I think that ultimately puts them in debt, though. So I think that's what's bringing on the unfairness and injustice and power dynamics and stuff. That's kind of what I'm getting from that. The next card is this one. So I really feel like this is going to lift. This situation is going to lift. You know, obviously, I don't think this is actually who they are as a person. That's not what I'm getting. I really feel like the manifestation card here is like, it's almost like it's been manifested to happen. It's almost like this is one of like the journeys, one of the tests. Like this is part of the journey because we have the Two of Cups here. So this really represents twin flame for me. So this is really the connection that's kind of here. So the Knight of Wands is really giving a sense of energy, passion, adventure, being generous, impromptuous, departure from that old feeling into a new one. And then we have the Two of Cups, which is open your heart and, receive the love from others that they are offering. Being very balanced. There's an attraction. So there is like unity, there is reconnection coming in. And the connections there too is like balance. Even the word I'm getting in my mind, which is really interesting because I haven't heard the song, haven't heard this word for a long time, which is mirth. Mirth. Very mirth. I like that word. So yeah, so I think like that's really beautiful. I feel like there is a situation that's going on that is very difficult, very chaotic at the moment. I do really think that this is trying to show something. The next card is aggressive, demanding, dramatic, obscene, jealousy, being very self-doubtful. I think there's a lot of shadows going on at the moment. So the last two cards here that have come out are holding on too tight can stop you from moving forward. So this one's really giving me a sense that maybe you're like holding on to these things too tightly and it's stopping you from progressing. Like sometimes when you go with the flow and you kind of like resist the flow, very interesting. There's a lot of flow, then resisting, then flow, then resisting, then flow, then resisting. That's what I'm getting from this reading. Very chaotic, right? Chaotic energy. Very demanding. But with the Four of Pentacles, it's very much giving me like suspicious, material game. It's very much it's very much like an energy that I think this other person is in. The person that is like creating this space between you both. I think it's a mirroring effect, right? Like so it ends up being that way on either side, whether it looks the same or it's just a little bit different. It's still the same energy being thrown backwards and forwards. The ultimate thing here that I'm gaining from this is that this card came out, and this one's really the Seven of Cups, and it's really giving like you need to stop, take a step back, gain perspective, you know, and really like almost be in the escapism vibe. You need to like almost escape into escapism, losing control a little bit, like it's almost like you need to move away from the promises unfulfilled and really escape those things. But I feel like within that you are like losing you lose control of your emotions a little bit through this emotional kind of unfulfillment. You know what I mean? I really get the sense of like you're thinking about the future, but it's like really kind of like daydreams and it's a fantasy. And it's like you just feel like these things have been so let down. And I really think that like sometimes these things happen. It's really just I ultimately believe everything's a test these days. You don't have to agree with me, but I just think it's a test. I think the universe is testing you. And with twin flame relationships, I really think that that's what it's all about. It's a big giant test. I've been in. I'm going to move on to my new cards. I was just like thinking for a second. Let's move on to the Language of Light Oracle. This is my new one. I blessed it this morning. I went out for a walk to the river, and I blessed all the 4 sets that I got. So let's use the Language of Light and get some messages. It's the secret language of light, and anything that like just resonates with this reading that can like help us point in the right direction of where to go, what direction to go. Just general messages that are direct from Spirit, please. And we have soul writing. Profound. Channeling. Ask your soul. Whoa. That's deep. Soul writing, channeling, and ask your soul. Okay, so this is very interesting. This is giving me soul writing, channeling. You know, is that automatic writing? Maybe this is saying that you have a gift. Maybe this is something that you should look into. It really says ask your soul and do soul writing, channeling. Channel through soul writing and ask your soul. So it's really asking you to write it down. It's asking you to like go within and actually go with the flow and release yourself so you can channel these messages for you. It really seems really connected. Spirit's really asking you to directly communicate with them and channel it by soul writing. I'm gobsmacked. Honestly, these cards are kind of cool. Let me show you them real quick. That's soul writing. This is channeling. And this is ask your soul. All right. Wow, they're epic messages. I'm going to move on to the Twin Flame Ascension because I really feel like this one here could help out with direction, or it's ultimately, I'll explain what it's for. It's called the Take Me Home Oracle deck of Twin Flame Ascension, and it is basically consists of 11 steps in the Twin Flame Ascension journey. The imagery of the energy deck guides you through the rebirthing process that allows you a shift in perception, new insight, and more fulfillment in all areas of life. It says it's about self-actualization process that begins when your inner soul becomes activated through the spiritual awakening. Okay, so it's very interesting because yesterday's reading was all about you are experiencing a spiritual awakening. I really think gifts are going to be developed, and I think there is this newfound energy that's going to come into your life. So let's get some like cards from here. Okay, you want to come out. Beyond Illusion, 6/6. Change your perception. Ask, listen, allow. Trust. That's number 44. Take Me Home, 1111. Pathway to True Love. I think I understand these messages. I'm just going to get one more and we'll see what we do. Okay, this is exactly what I was thinking. These line up with those last ones. This one says Beyond Illusion. It's really getting you to try to enter into your intuition on a level that has not been known to you before. It really says change your perception. So this reading is really about perception, and I get that from this reading. There's chaos going on. I think the perception of the reality that you're in and what you are kind of the energy that you're currently in is really giving that perception of the opposite of what it needs to be. I really believe that there is a lack energy here, which brings a lot of lack into your life as such. Change of perception would mean that, like, being more abundant and thinking more abundantly. But we'll just leave it with that. I'll move on to the next card. It says ask listen and allow, trust. So this one's really going with this one is ask your soul, listen, write it down, soul writing, and then channel it and write it down. Listen. It's basically channel, trust in the process. You have a gift. You can channel these messages for you. I think some of these messages that need to come through are very, very personal to whoever this reading is for. Hence the reason why they are not coming out here. They're just giving you an idea of like how you can gain the messages for yourself without it being in a public space. That's what I'm getting. And I love spirit for that sometimes. I know it can be, I know it can be annoying sometimes doing extra things like that, but I really think spirit is trying to protect you and your aura and your energy and really wants to give you those direct messages directly once you find that trustful connection and when you let go of any self-doubt or any doubts about it. That's really what I'm getting from this. We have Take Me Home, which is the pathway to love. So what I'm getting from that card is really giving me, changing your perception, ask, listen, allow, channeling, do the soul work and ask your soul what needs to be done. And this is really where 1111 comes in and it brings the pathway to love. That's so beautiful. It's really just giving me these things will lead you to a newfound connection, whether it's the same one that you're already in or it's a new one. The last card that didn't come out here is Divine Creativity. And this card is 1010. And this one is receiving cosmic intelligence. It lines up with this so much. So I think these cards are beautiful. I'm going to use another set of tarot cards now. So we're just going to really quickly clarify one thing, okay? I want to clarify the connection. I want to clarify if this is the twin flame connection. But I also want to just clarify, I want to clarify the energy heading into the next week after this week, because I felt like this has been happening for a few weeks already. So what I want to do instead of doing it for today, right? Because normally this reading is just for the daily reading. It's the daily energy. So I want to look into this until next week on the same day today. So whenever you see this, whenever next week is from today, that's what this is about. So let's do that, and we'll use my golden tarot here that I just got, and I think it's so pretty. Let me show you this bottom card. I don't know what it is. You can barely even see them. I just realized I haven't used them on camera yet. Yeah, the sun. Well, I feel like I shuffled them, and I'm like, let me show you. The sun is the bottom card, so I'm just going to take that out since it's there. And what I asked, it really just goes to show I feel like this is just a test. This is really just like something that's happening, and I feel like those perceptions or mindset things need to be changed and then everything's going to be fine again. The sun really gives me that energy. Let's do a couple more. This one really wants to come out, so we'll do that one. Alrighty, so what do we have here? We have the Fool. So this is very much change, beginnings, this is very much giving me a good energy. So twin flame energy update today. Today's chaotic, but within the next week, it's going to really dramatically change and things are going to be back to normal, I guess, hard work, determination's coming back in, the full energy. And this one really gives me a sense of you're going to be sleeping. You are going to be receiving better sleeps. And better rest and rejuvenation. So not so many nightmares, not so many waking up in sweaty pools of sweat, or, just waking up at weird hours in the night and being like, oh, why? And I just really think like in the next week, things are going to lift. The energy lifting is going to be so nice and you're going to feel so light and energetic. I think that's beautiful. Okay. Well, I think I'm just going to do the reading like that today, and we're just going to try something new. I'm literally just going to switch it up all the time because at the end of the day, I like to do that. Doing the same thing all the time gets a little bit boring, and I think it makes sense, right? So I am going to give you one daily tarot affirmation, and then we're going to dunk into the other affirmation pack that I got. We got the Empress. I nurture the spiritual growth of myself and others. I claim this. Do you claim it? Let me know. Alrighty, so we now have these ones, which are called Spirit Junkie. These ones are a 52 card deck, and they are just like daily 52 affirmations to help shine your inner light. Perfect. That's exactly what I've been looking for. So yeah, let's get some affirmations going, like proper ones, and let's like really just look into. I want to get a message from your significant other, from your twin flame. The first one will be from your twin flame and what they want to say to you. And then we'll get 3 that will just be general for you. So you can choose or choose not to focus on those today. All right. This is from your twin flame. I celebrate my progress, awareness, not perfection is the goal. I'll read it again. I celebrate my progress, awareness, not perfection is the goal. I celebrate my progress, awareness, not perfection is the goal. Not perfection is the goal. Well, I'm going to leave that with you, and you can take that as it is, because I'm very confused by that card. I think it's just the way it's worded. But anyways, I think it makes sense, right? Like, not being perfect is not where you're trying to strive to be. You're not trying to be perfect. No one's trying to be perfect. We are human. We're never going to be perfect. So I feel like not perfection is the goal, but awareness and progress is something you should celebrate. I love that. Okay, let's get three of them just directly for you from Spirit. Or half the deck. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, these cards are cool. I love the way they look. All right, your first one is I communicate with ease and grace. People are willing to embrace what I have to say. And we have I am committed to bringing forth my greatness. I will no longer play small. I love that. And last but not least, I am in sync with the flow of life. That's definitely a message. All right. Well, if you enjoyed this Twin Flame update energy messages for you today's tarot reading, if you resonated, leave a like, and also subscribe if you're new, and leave a comment if you feel like it. And I'm going to post a couple of videos today. So I'll see you in the next one. Thanks so much for being here. Bye-bye. Have a beautiful day.